Hello everyone, it's been a little bit of time. Actually played quite a bit of Raft in the interim. You can see some things are not really a whole lot different than before, though we do have a much taller totem pole. And I've got a few more spots for water and a few other things that expanded, but this is just about the last time this raft is going to look this way because I've decided with a friend on a different redesign to the raft. It's actually a little bigger now, so it's been made a little bit wider there. We've got more animal plots here. We've got a lot more trees, and then we've got this. Okay then, so what's going on? So, other than the fact that we're making a giant megastructure here, oops, well that's not very good, and I'm going to have a friend visiting in just a second. Ouch. Well, that was very nice. Note to self, don't put holes in the middle of your raft. It's really not recommended. It's probably not going to stay there. Anyhow, what are we building here? First of all, this is all going to come down. I did repaint this, so that's one of the reasons I wanted to make this video. I did like this paint job in the end, this sort of dark magenta, and we have a sort of a weathered sea blue. The green here didn't do particularly great because above here I had built some partially palm fronded walls, but that did not turn out as well as I would have liked. From in here, this has all pretty much been cleared out. I guess I need to clean up the plants a little bit. And upstairs, we've moved a little bit of the walls here, though the beds are still around. I moved this around here. But these are all going to have to come down as well. I totally haven't been following anything for the actual game story playthrough. Also cleared out this whole area. This is going to, I should grab these rugs because this is that doesn't really matter. It's not like I'm removing the floors. This has been expanded to exactly the size that it needs to be. Though I need this column. So at least in the interim, the animals are going to have a single wide. And they're, oh no, I take that back. That's not the case at all. Actually, the corner, I do want to fill in this corner. The corner is going to take up these 4 blocks here. So a square, 4 square, starting from here, which is exactly what these are. So what do we have? First of all, we're growing lots and lots of trees for lots and lots of wood. In testing out all of the different trees, I found out that banana is probably your best option because the palms give you 5 wood per tree, 5 planks, but they give you very few seeds. I wasn't aware that palms gave you that few seeds, but I've never really needed so much wood in the game. The bananas give you 4, but they give you more than enough seeds to replenish. So actually the bananas are the best. We've also got 4 water sources here, which is also on recommendation of my friend who came to visit on the raft for a little bit. Actually, I think it is their idea to build the giant structure, which I still haven't told you what it is yet, so I guess you'll have to wait. Alright, so in here is where the machine shop is for now. There's also a wardrobe in here. I can change my outfit to almost exactly the same outfit, but just with different colors. It's not really very inspiring. I wish there were more outfit choices, maybe later in the game. Have a, what is this thing called? It's the trash compactor, it's the recycling machine. We have a battery charger because this thing runs through batteries like nobody's business. Turns out one of the best things for the recycler to make the trash cubes you can trade for fun things is wool. I think 3 or 4 pieces of wool makes you a cube, so I am constantly over here grabbing those, but trimming these guys of their fur, wouldn't want it to overheat, and getting 3 more wool for the compactor. Let's go ahead, just put a little bit in because it's waiting. Battery's still in okay shape, so it just sits there and goes mash. Actually, the way that they designed it is pretty cool with the little gears, and then it runs out of the connection and mash. I like it. It's a little noisy, but I like it. I should probably water these guys at this point, so we'll go ahead and do this. I have a bunch more, what's it called? I have a bunch more soil to make more grass plots on. It's actually quite a bit of it here. I've been to this shape island before. I've already cleared out the island, so we're not going there. I've been to this shape island before, and I think I missed half of those soil locations, so I now know to search a little more closely. But back in here, this is just some temporary storage, I think. Yeah, for what we had hiding under the stairs in the other place. So the heads, some hats, and I've got some flowers, and this is going to be for the other flowers that I grab once I have to clear things out. Under here we have the blueprints, which is barely enough, and there's nothing above. There's a little wavy cat there, but there's nothing above. So we are 10 total blocks, as it were, up to the top, and then there will be a large structure. There will be 4 pillars, just like these. There's 2 in the corners here. There will be 2 in the corners over there. The pillars are inset 1 from the edge, so that's why I actually, and the edge includes the nets. So the pillars will start right there on the final square, so that's where these guys are going to lose a little bit of space. Going to lose space there, but I haven't cleared out the large room yet, the casual room. That'll go last because it's time to take this one down. Alright, so this will span the whole way. And let's just go back down on this side. So I am reflecting them. I designed this whole thing and then didn't make it high enough and then made these stairs too close together without the landing here, and it just didn't work. So I took like half of it down. It wastes a whole bunch of resources, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I am gonna be out of food in just a second. Let's walk down the stairs. So we actually have a landing here. We'll get to that second. The first story here is essentially the replacement for the far room over there. Not intentionally, this can be reconfigured at any time, but this is pretty convenient because I can get to all 3 smelters here quickly. I used 8 of my titanium to make 2 of these large storages. These have twice the space of these, but they take up the same, almost the same amount of floor space, maybe a little less, a little more. So in terms of floor space, they might be a little better, but in terms of vertical storage space, there's 3 of these here, and there's 1 of these here. So it's not clear to me whether it's better, and I've looked online to see what you can use titanium for, and there are some pretty good uses for titanium. So maybe this wasn't the best idea, but I do have a bunch of titanium left, and I'm hitting enough of the big islands to where I'm picking it up. Or not even the big islands, I'm digging it up using the tools, which we're still using our metal detector here and a shovel. Had to get a new shovel, used it up. So underneath here is sort of generic storage. I've done some fishing, I've gotten some bait and lures. We'll actually go to the store. Do you know what? That's something we will do. We will go fishing, we'll use the advanced bait. I should probably use the simple bait as well and just get rid of that. The advanced bait just gets you better fish, which sell for more, which give you more options in the store. So we'll do some of that. I might cut out some of the fishing. I'll get maybe 3 or 4 of the fish because that gets kind of boring after a while. But this is where I'm sort of keeping my tools and fishing things. This here, I'm keeping, this is sort of bulk storage where like this doesn't even fit in one container anymore. This doesn't even fit in one container. Now when I start building, I've drawn this down like 4 times now with building. It'll be drawn down to nothing, but then I need to build it back up again as I'm doing other things. So having this sort of big storage is kind of convenient. I'm making excuses as for why these are good, because I'm not really sure I like that I made them afterwards. This is our storage that we can just pop into here, or sorry, our raw materials that we can pop into here, these raw materials that we can pop into here, and then some other raw materials. So this is a pretty convenient setup, I think. All of the materials are available without me moving, whereas before they weren't. They were kind of spread out around the room. So this seems a bit of a better option, making this sort of a pod where I can get some things accomplished when I need to build things. Let's grab, because your money at the store at the trading post is these coins. Very basic things can be bought just with these trash cubes. But you need the coins to get better things, and you get the coins by selling fish. There's 2 more cubes that popped out there. We've got more cubes we could shake a stick at. We don't need any more. I have been variably short of different types of... They've already grown? Wow, I must have talked a while already. They have already grown their wool back. This island only gave me 2 goats. I don't need any more goats, so I'm kind of sad. The previous island had a different colored, the variant color bird, which is strangely blue. And I lost it because I did something stupid. I was walking back with it after having caught it, and the same key for grabbing a plant as you walk by, which I did, is the key you use to drop it. And that wouldn't be so bad because I could just catch it again. But it glitched underneath the map, which is not supposed to happen, but boy, it did. In any case, so I lost it, so I'm going to have to go to another island until I get a nice variant of the bird color again. There's also a llama variant, which I don't have, so I have all the boring llamas. So obviously, I need to collect my differently colored animals. No, they don't give you any differently colored wool. You think it might, but no. Let's do some fishing. I've been making some paint as well. There's going to be a lot of painting going into this job. I still haven't told you, but I'm making... Oops, there's a feather in there. Feathers are useful. Feathers are actually low quality, but because you just get them for free, for like nothing, they can go in here as well for raw materials. So feathers are not high quality, but they're good. Another good raw material in here that's easy to get is the clam. It costs you nothing to grab it as you're going around underground, so as long as your inventory has space for it, just grab the clam, because you don't even use a tool. You're not wasting anything on it other than a tiny little bit of time. I didn't put any bait on there. Well, I'll just catch whatever fish I can get. That was kind of silly. As much as it's not really that bright, it's just a computer screen, I still don't like looking into the sun. Alright, right click. As it says there, right mouse button, choose bait. That's the low end bait, that's the middle end bait. I have not unlocked this yet. I might be able to this time, but based on how much I got for this funny fish towards the right on my bar, I don't think I'm going to get enough with the amount of bait that I have so far. Maybe I'll just catch 3 fish and then we'll go over. The good thing, I didn't even see another one of these pufferlisks. The nice thing is unlike the previous island, I landed on an island which has the trading post at ground level as opposed to on the very top of the island, which is annoying to walk up to. And I landed on the island, 3 of them, fantastic. I landed on the island right next to where it is, so this is a much better setup for running back and forth. And I got something out of Trap Snapper. It doesn't really matter, they all work the same. They're functionally identical fish as far as this happens. I'm supposed to put this into one of these. There it goes. I'm just going to grab some water with me. I should probably grab some food. One thing I have not gotten used to is where everything is. Oh, because I didn't show you the second level. Second level is the other building, which is where the food was. Nothing's even been put together yet. I did put the battery in here, but it's almost dead. Let's just grab any. I don't remember where anything is. Let's do that. We're just going to eat a bunch of eggs on the way. Oh, sorry. One thing with the bananas. I mentioned something about it. There's lots of things in all of it. Look, I mean, that's a ridiculous amount of fruit. That's a ridiculous amount of that stuff. That's not a ridiculous amount of smoothies. I need more. Oh, that's not many bananas. That is. 400 bananas and change. I don't need any more. But that's... bananas are kind of overpowered. The plants, because you get 4 wood. No, it's not 5, but it's pretty good, and it's renewable. You get enough seeds, you get enough bananas, it's giving you food. There's one of the 2 goats, which I don't need. Oh, there's the other one. So if you could ever catch 2 of them with one net launcher, you could probably do it. See you later, goat. All right. This is Trading Post. Let's see what we can get. Sell. I can sell the 2 puffer lisks here, or the 3, excuse me, if I could count, that'd be great. So I will get some reputation out of this. I think it'll get me 200 reputation, and I'll get a coin. Oh, 100. Do you know, you don't need to look up there when it tells you down here. So sell, sell, sell. So you see, I'm not going to really get enough reputation to make it to the 3rd level just yet, but that's still good because now I can buy stuff. Tier 1, I had been buying scrap for a while because I was really short of it. I'm kind of short of it still, but it's okay. I didn't buy planks. I didn't buy planks. I bought a bunch of chili and turmeric because, oddly enough, they go into some of these recipes. I bought all the recipes, so we're good. The air horn is fun, but useless, so I'm not spending anything on it yet. You can see that it would take most of what I have right now. I did buy the wardrobe. It was expensive. I don't think it was worth it. I hope there's an update in the future that makes it more worth it, but I think they're also done updating the game, so I'm slightly disappointed. Maybe there's something I get later in the game that allows me to wear something else, but I'm a little disappointed there. Compass, yeah, I don't know why you'd want a compass. Not really sure. I'm probably gonna have to buy more advanced fishing bait. Luckily, all that costs is trash cubes, so I've got zillions of them, and I'm done. I should drink some water so we don't have annoying sounds in the background. Alright. Metal ore already costs coins, so now we gotta look. What do we need? I've kind of got enough of that. Definitely enough copper. I'm now accumulating red berries pretty quickly because I'm not cooking the things that I used to love to cook with the cave mushrooms and the red berries, even the silver algae. The juniper goes with this stew. I don't know what letting you evade death once means. I don't know how figurative or literal it is. I don't remember if I bought juniper, so we may go back to get it. Okay, fine. Foundation counters are nice, but my raft is completely square, so I don't need it yet. I can get another horn here. I played with a friend in creative mode, and the 2 horns are incredibly annoying, which means I do want them. I haven't bought tic-tac-toe yet. I bought the blueprint for the large crop plot. It's not great. It's taller, supposedly, but it's narrower, so you can cram more trees. But I don't think I need to cram more trees yet. And then it's just some other cosmetics, which I don't really want yet. So frankly, I have no idea what I want to buy here. I may just buy... I'm probably going to just buy some of the juniper. I just don't remember if I bought the recipe yet, so I'm going to have to go back and look. What's it going to cost me? A couple of coins. The one thing I did want to see is scrap will cost me coins. Let's buy a 1 juniper berry. Boop. And I'll use the rest on scrap. Because I do have an issue with thinking I'm out of scrap. I probably should also buy the not as good bait, and because that also counts. You don't get very much reputation with those fish though, so they're probably not worth it. But you do get coins for it, so it all depends on what you want. Hello? Alright. Let's see what I have. Because that's the whole point here, is hearty stew. Is this catfish deluxe salmon style hearty stew? Yeah, that's the one with the juniper berries. You can see it right there at the bottom. That looks like this. So I did get the stew. That's good. Let's see if I grabbed, I think those types. So I never bought any of these ingredients. So probably I'm going to buy a whole bunch of that. We'll make the stew and I'll just eat it once and just see what the heck it does. Alright, so that's fun. So, you see what's going on. We've sort of relocated one house to this room here. It's actually bigger footprint. One house to the floor above. And we created mostly a new place with things that I hadn't had set up before. What is all that watery sound about? I don't know. Who knows? This battery, oh, we're empty here, but the battery's almost dead, but it doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and finish these shears up. So the shears have 15 uses, which is nice when you have 3. llamas because you can just use them all up at once. So makes it nice and easy, gives you lots of time to redo your shears, make yourself a new pair. And I'll just finish. Oop, hey, stop hopping into my... I know you like getting hugs, but stop hopping into my arms. All right, so what's this going to be? Well, those are legs. This is very square. I did it again. It's not going to get any less square. It's only going to get more square. So what is known for such squareness? Well, something with legs like that that's known for such squareness that will have its other two legs down here at this end is a big Minecraft cow. And that's what this is going to be. Because there are udders underneath the cow, and I forgot that they actually hang a little lower here, this is going to be the head. It was going to be the rear end, and the head's going to be over on this side. It's actually going to hang out, you know, over the water on that side. I do, at some point, I think, want the cow's head to sort of lean over and below it be the trees, as if it's eating the trees. It looks better with palm trees. The banana trees are kind of short and lame looking. Palm trees are a little bigger. But then what's going to happen is these guys, along with their extra space, are going to move to basically underneath it. So it's actually going to start like right here, right in this corner. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 across for the animals. And I plan on automatically watering them because you can water 2 spaces out. I'm going to water them from sprinklers. So there'll be sprinklers on each side. There'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There'll be 3 on each side. And then I still have to figure out how the infrastructure for the sprinklers works. I kind of know, but not really. But that should work out pretty well. The spacing works out excellently, which is nice. That's just coincidence, which is always nice. But the animals will then be all underneath, so the whole underneath spot here will be covered in the grass plots for the animals. So they'll also have a wider area, so it'll be a little narrower. This is, I don't know what this is, a dozen. It's like 12 by 2. The new space should be 9 by 4. I'm not even sure if I have enough spots yet, but who cares? In any case, that should look real nice. It doesn't leave me much room for where the trees are going to grow because I don't really want to extend this out just yet to put that under the cow's head. So I might run the trees, so the sprinklers will sit here along the line. In fact, the first sprinkler will sit right here, so it's nice. You can still get into the door there. And I might actually have to move the doors. Oh, yeah. There's no windows in here. I just wanted to get the darn thing started. I'm gonna hopefully be able to remove these and replace with windows. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if you can do that. Oh, I'm gonna be a unhappy person if that's the case. I think you can build temporary braces. I don't have my mallet with me. I think it's here. I just thought of that right now. I think if I put posts here, so let's say I want windows here, because I'm thinking that for this setup, I at least want windows out to a sea on both sides. And maybe this way, but not to the center. Mostly because why have a window here? This stuff's all covered up. But this isn't covered up, this isn't covered up, and frankly, this isn't too bad either. It'll just be 2 windows. It'll be matching this. It'll look just like that. So, and I wanted that at that level and also at this level, but I should just be able to put in a post, though it's giving me it's red because I don't have the resources. I think if I put a post in like here and here, I should be able to tear down these 2 and replace with windows without everything else coming down. Oh, I'm going to need to test that. Do you know, these are the things you should think about beforehand. A little more plain. Sorry, I was excited to get it going. It's just the way it is. You understand this. All right. Well, that'll be a fun experiment. In any case, it is off to more fishing to get more resources, though as we found out, I don't really need too much from there. I'm probably just going to pick up the junipers, and that'll be it, because I want to know what this death-defying thing is. Does that just mean that it's giving you more, just filling up your health bar? Or does it mean that while it's active, it can only bring your health bar down to a minimum, and then it doesn't allow it to go far, like lower than that? I mean, that would be nice, I suppose. In any case, we'll have to find out. I will probably do that with nothing in my pocket, so that when I inevitably die from such a stupid experiment, I'll at least not lose anything. I did die once, which is pretty unusual in this save recently. This is my very first game on Raft, so I died a whole lot at the beginning. But I did die recently fighting a bird and a pig at the same time. One of the best things about landing here is that the pig was right here, and before there was a storm which pushed us, as you can see, a little farther to one side. Oops, that wasn't very good. This was right at the corner there, so I could just poke the pig and he couldn't reach me. It was kind of anticlimactic, and I've done that before. So if you do have enough control over your raft and you can do that, you can just sort of hang out right next to the coast here and just poke that pig a few times. There was a... Oh, and I found, just in case you're curious, I mean, probably most seasoned players have played this already and they know, I found out how to kill the birds fairly effectively, the ones that drop the rocks on you. Basically, as he goes down to get a rock, always, you have to, he's there. They're pretty obvious. Plan yourself in a flat area like this. Obviously, you're going to be on the island, so a flat area there. And as he comes at you, first of all, have your bow, get ready and shoot above his head, and just walk forward. If you walk forward and he's coming towards you, he will miss you with the rock every time. And as you're walking forward, you can pull your bow back and shoot him. And you can, I hit him maybe every other time. I'm not very good with the bow. The bow in this game is very weak. It drops the arrow pretty quickly. But you get used to how it works, and you can hit the bird twice, or every other time, and you can just keep walking right underneath him. And it worked every single time. So he will miss you every time, just as long. Even if you're doing a slow walk, it'll work. But I don't think if you're doing like where I'm about to be in a few seconds with no water, this one, I don't think this will be fast enough. So note to self, just make sure that you're in a relatively healthy shape. In any case, I am going to start tearing some of this down. I don't need any of these things anytime soon. I'm probably going to build as much as I can now. These are ready to be chopped down as well. They actually have been since the beginning of the video. But I should be able to get, with what I have now, at least another one of these pillars done. And as I'm building the bottom end of one of these pillars, I am going to test about replacing the wooden pole and make sure that I'm not going to destroy anything above it. I'm pretty sure that's going to work. I will probably quit the game forever if it doesn't. So there you go. You have it now. This has been fun. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and until next time, when hopefully I'll probably do the next one when I've got the two legs and the structure spanning the center bit, the belly of the cow, all finished. Till then, I'll talk to you later and have fun rafting.